Hi my angels and welcome back to my channel. This is a look I wore recently which is actually perfect for Diwali, which is coming up very soon, and the party season, so if you would like to see how to get this makeup look then please keep watching. So jumping straight into the tutorial, I used my Hangover X primer all over my skin. I really like this because I really feel like my makeup sticks to it really well. And for my foundation I used a mixture of the NARS All Day Weightless Luminous, the one with a really long name, foundation mixed in with a bit of my MAC Face and Body foundation. And I just bounced this all over my face with my damp beauty blender. And I'm doubling up the coverage in the areas where I just want a little bit more kind of coverage for my foundation. I actually didn't pack my eyeshadow primer when I filmed this tutorial, so here I'm using my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer all over my eyelids as an eyeshadow base, and this works really well because it doesn't crease and it will basically kind of act like a eyeshadow primer. So once I was done with that, I used my Anastasia Beverly Hills Self-Made palette, and I used the shade Treasure as an eyebrow highlight, and this is such a gorgeous kind of pearly shade. My mum's in the background getting ready because we were going out in Manchester this night. So once I've done with that, I went in with the shade Sherbet, which is like a warm orangey brown, and I used this as my transition shade. And at first I wasn't too sure what I was going to do with my eyes, so I literally kind of made this look up as I went along, but I really loved the outcome of it. So now I'm taking this gold shade called Self-Made, and I'm really packing this colour on to my eyelids. And this I was going to leave like this, but I ended up adding another colour on top, which you guys will see very soon. But I'm just packing this on and making sure both of my eyes are looking as similar as possible before going in with that same transition shade, just to make sure everything is nice and blended in together and that all the colours are looking seamless. You guys all know the drill. So I wanted a bit of oomph for this look, so I went in with this Makeup Geek pigment in the shade Utopia, which is one of the most gorgeous kind of goldy bronze colours that I own. It's such a beautiful colour, and it's also got flecks of glitter in it as well, which is just perfect for kind of the Diwali season and also just party season in general. So here I'm just packing that colour on until I am happy with the way it's looking, before going in with a bit more of the crease shade to make sure everything is nice and blended in together. And I'm making sure that I'm diffusing all of like the edges out, because you guys know how I like to kind of like drag the edges out a little bit. So once I was done with that, I went in with my Perversion eyeliner and I lined my upper waterlines, and this is just basically to make our eyelashes appear thicker than they actually are. After that I went in with my Lash Sensational mascara and popped a coat of this onto my top lashes. I didn't do anything extra because I was going to go in with some falsies, so it doesn't matter if you've not kind of put too much on or too little. I'll leave a link to my eyebrow routine in the info box below for you all, but my brows are all filled in and I'm just brushing away any bits of glitter that's fallen out onto my face and just kind of adding a little bit more foundation to the areas where I felt like I needed it or got wiped away with that brush. For concealer, I'm using the Maybelline Anti-Age Eye Concealer. I always get the name of this wrong because it's such a mouthful, but I'm using this in the usual areas that I like to not only conceal but highlight as well. I love doing this, it's a personal preference. If you don't like putting this much concealer on your face, then you can totally skip this, but I just personally love the effect that it gives. And here I'm just putting a bit of the Best Damn lip mask onto my lips because I was going to go in with a liquid lipstick. So once I was done with that, it was time to do a cream contour. Again, you can skip this if you don't want to do a cream contour, if you don't feel comfortable doing a cream contour. You can just go straight to bronzer or just blush. But I love contouring, so I'm just going and contouring the usual places that I like to do, and I am just blending all the lines away with my Real Techniques stippling brush, and then also kind of going in with a damp beauty blender as well, just in case if there are any areas which need a little bit more blending, like my nose, my forehead. And for setting all of the concealer areas, I'm using my Kick Ass powder by Soap & Glory. You guys know the drill. I'm just patting this product onto those areas where we applied that Maybelline concealer. And less is more with the product, you don't want to go in too heavy. And to set my contour, I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. and I was actually travelling whilst I filmed this look, so that's why I love using it, because it has all the colours in there in case I wanted to use something else or if I missed anything out when I was packing. So once I was done with that, I wanted to clean up my contour a little bit on my cheeks, so I'm just going in with that same Maybelline concealer and just adding a little bit of product just to kind of like clean up that line of where my contour is. And then blending all of that out with my damp beauty blender before going in with some bronzer. And for my bronzer, I'm using my favourite Sephora Baked powder actually, which is a few shades darker than my skin and works great as a bronzer. So once I was done with that, I went in with my highlight, and I'm using a mixture of Champagne Pop and the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlight in the shade Starlight, which is such a beautiful combination. Putting this on the tops of my cheeks, my bridge of my nose, and just above my eyebrows, as well as my cupid's bow. For blush, I am still using my favourite, which I haven't been able to put down for months now, which is the Milani Rose Blush in the shade Romantic Rose 01. Then I went in with my lashes. I am using a mixture of the Velour, I believe they're called Wispy Sweet Nothings, and then I also stacked my Red Cherry Wispy Lashes on top because I just wanted to have a little bit extra glam to this look. So here I've just popped the other pair on top. Then I went in with this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous dark brown glittery eyeshadow from Make Geek called Bada Bing. And I always want to say bada bing, bada boom whenever I say that, but I'm just adding this to the outer corners of my eye just to kind of add depth to the look because it was looking really flat for me. And then taking the same brush that we used for our crease shade, I'm just using that same brush to kind of blend out any harsh lines and make sure everything's looking nice and diffused. For my lower lash line, I used this Mr. Right Now. It's basically just an eyeliner pencil, but it's in the shade Jacquard Bronze, which is such a gorgeous bronzy gold eyeliner. I think it's one of my favourites out there right now, and I just love it. I love smoking out my lower lash line like this. And once I was done with that, I added some of the Lash Sensational mascara onto my lower lashes as well, just to kind of even out the top and bottom part of my eye. And once I was done with that, I went in with my nude eyeliner by Charlotte Tilbury, and you'll see me do right now. I kind of clean the tip of it on my hand because I just find that you get a cleaner application and you also get a really kind of stronger nude on your waterline. So for my hair, I left my hair straight, and then I went straight on to putting my outfit on. I'm just adding some blingy bangles. These earrings are beautiful, which I recently got from Anglийски in Leicester. I'm just putting them on. They're so glamorous and so sparkly. I love them. And once I was done with that, I did my lipstick right at the end. And I'm obsessed with this lipstick right now, and it is the L'Oreal Color Riche lipstick in Oud Obsession. It is like a gorgeous brown, but I wanted to kind of like cool up the look, so I added a little bit of the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid lipstick in Sepia. And I just love this combination. I think it's probably one of my favourites right now. Then I added a bindi. You can't forget your bindi for Diwali, and mine is from bindibox.co.uk. And this, you guys, is my final Diwali makeup look. It's something quite dark and deep, perfect for this time of year and perfect for party season. My sari is from Anglийски House of Saris in Leicester. And yeah, this is the final look. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Happy Diwali and Sal Mubarak for everyone who is celebrating, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye!